Okay, we're back with another episode. Today I got a very special guest. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
Yo, what's up, man? I'm Steven Cosme, formerly known as Steven Sniper Cosme. I'm originally from Jersey City, New Jersey, and I currently reside in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Wait, why are you formerly known as Sniper? You're not the Sniper no more, bro?
Nah, man, I'm gonna change it up soon.
Can we get a sneak peek? What is it gonna be, bro?
Nah, man, I can't tell y'all that, man.
Okay, well that's something we're gonna be on the lookout.
This gonna be my last fight as a sniper. I've had that name since I was like 18 years old, man. It's time to change it.
All right, well, how old are you right now?
I'm 27.
27. What age did you start boxing at?
So I first started taking boxing super serious around 17 years old. But I first was introduced to boxing from a very young age. I think my earliest memory of boxing actually comes from when I was about 6 years old, maybe, meeting Tito Trinidad. And then on my 11th birthday, my mother and stepfather actually got me my first pair of boxing gloves and mitts.
That's dope, bro. Tito Trinidad, bro. Did you know what was happening when you met him, or was it just like whatever? And now that you're older, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, so it was the Puerto Rican Day Parade in Jersey City, and a couple fighters were there. I don't remember too much of who was all there, but I remember specifically seeing Tito. And man, I was a kid, bro, and I remember I was wearing a white cut sleeve shirt, and he signed it. Damn. And man, like I had that shirt up until before I joined the army, and then I remember like I joined the army, packed all my things, and man, it must have gotten lost somewhere in the mix, unfortunately.
You lost it, bro?
Fortunately, man. Yeah.
We got to put that on your to-do list, bro. You have to meet him again and get another shirt signed, bro.
Oh, absolutely. No question about it.
Okay, so you started like more or less around 7 years old. So basically you've been fighting for like 20 years now, more or less. Kind of.
Nah, so I mean boxing's been in my life for that long, in the sense of I've always watched it with my father and stuff, super big boxing fan, and my uncles and stuff, but it wasn't until I was actually 11 years old when I actually laced up my first pair of gloves and got to hit mitts and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, you look like you've been doing it for a long time. There's a certain like flow and comfortability that people have with their footwork and like their like ring generalship when they've been doing it forever versus somebody that's just like athletic or something. They don't really look comfortable up in there, but you look super comfortable up in there. So I assume you've been doing it for a really long time.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute going at it.
All right, so take me through some important things that happened to you like in boxing. I know you through Kendall, so I know you've been boxing in the army and stuff like that. What are some memorable events that happened for you in boxing?
Man, probably my favorite memory that I have from boxing has to be my second all army competition. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's pretty much the army gets its best boxers from pretty much all the duty stations, and we meet up in Fort Huachuca, Arizona. It's in a small city of Sierra Vista, and we go through this month-long trial of a camp. And what it is it's a month-long camp. We all train together, we dorm together, and pretty much at the end of the camp, we have a tournament to see who is the cream of the crop. It's kind of like the Ultimate Fighter, Tough House, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I think my favorite memory has to definitely be my second one. I went out there the first time, in 2017, and I made it to the championship round against a very good competitor in Trey Alexander, who was a multi-national champion already at the amateur level, had over like 50 fights, and I only had like 4 fights. So on the All Army application, you had to have a minimum of 10 because it's an open tournament, right?
Yeah.
And I like lied on it, said I had like 12 fights. I only had 4. I was super young. I went out there, we scrapped. It was a good fight. Unfortunately, I lost, and I got my silver medal, man, and went back home to Fort Stewart, Georgia at the time, and I hung my medal up in my car. and I would look at that shit every day, dude, and I would tell myself like, yo, next year, like I'm gonna get the gold, I'm gonna get the gold. And sure enough, man, in 2018, I went back and won the entire thing.
Yo, this Trey, is this a smooth dude from New Orleans?
Yeah,
I know who you talking about.
Trey Alexander, man, he's a real good dude, man, real good dude, sharp as hell. And I think honestly, man, I was just young. I was just super young. You know, I was a kid. I was like 20 years old.
Yeah.
You know, super young. You know, now who knows? But
you got the belt. Tell us about the belt back there, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, this is actually where I have all my like boxing memorabilia and stuff like that. I have three more down there. The three that I have at the bottom, you can't really see them on the frame. They're from the amateur days, but the one that I have here up top is my first title as a professional. It's not a big title, it's a junior title, but these are the things that are gonna set me up and put me on the path to get those, you know, intercontinental titles and start getting those opportunities to get those big shots. I just won in my last fight, my fourth pro fight, and yeah, man.
And you got your fifth one coming up when? July 29th, right?
Yeah, July 29th. It'll be the first show in Fayetteville actually since I think 2017 or 18. So about 5 years, man. So there's a lot of buzz going around the city right now, you know. And I'm just excited to put on for the city, man.
You delivering us a knockout or what, man?
I don't like ever predict knockouts, man. I just go in there and I tell my fans that I'm gonna get the win, you know, do my best. But if the opportunity presents itself, man, I'm gonna definitely get that guy out of there, you know.
Okay. All right, so let's backtrack a little bit. Take us through like an average day of training for you. Like if people don't know anything about being a boxer, amateur, professional, whatever, like what does training look like for you? Like tell us about it a little bit.
So depending on like what I'm doing at the moment really depends on my training schedule, right? So camp obviously is very different from when I'm not in camp. If I'm not in camp, I wake up, do my 9 to 5, you know, and then I train about 4 days a week from like 6 to 7. I get my gym work in, and then normally after that, if I don't get my work in through the day, for example, at lunchtime or you know early in the morning, I'll make up for it after the gym, and it'll be anything from me going on a run, me doing some sprints, or just getting strength and conditioning in with the weights.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. And I know me and you have talked about this a little bit personally, but how much does your nutrition play into the boxing stuff? How important is that to you?
Yo, man, honestly, so I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at it now. The farther that I'm getting into it as a professional. As an amateur, I never really took it to like my nutrition too serious because I never cut a massive amount of weight as an amateur. You know, it's the amateurs. You're not there to kill yourself and weight drain yourself. You're there to just get as many fights as you can. So when I made the transition into the pros, I originally started my career fighting at junior middleweight 154 because I was only walking around at about 163, 165 ish. Then I don't know what happened. I turned 27 years old, man, woke up on my birthday, and all of a sudden I was 183 pounds. And I was like, whoa. So, but now I'm kind of starting to take control of my nutrition a little bit, man. I make sure that I stay at least 12 to 15 pounds within my weight class now, which is middleweight, true middleweight 160. And I definitely try not to go past that because those weight cuts, man, they can be a killer.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good segue into the next question I have. I want to talk about, you know, some strengths and weaknesses that you have as a boxer. And those could be strengths and weaknesses inside of the ring or outside of the ring. But I just want to know, what do you think you're good at as far as this boxing game goes? And what do you think you need to work on a lot to become the best version of Stephen Cosme?
I think I have a very good work ethic when it comes to boxing, and just my drive, man. Like anything that you put in front of me in boxing, I'm gonna make sure I try to conquer it. Whether it's like a training session, a spar, an actual fight, I'm gonna make sure that I definitely stand out in the room and try to be the best in the room. You know, and of course, just my ability to box, man. I'm a very good boxer, I believe, and I have very good adaptability. You know, I can adapt to almost any style you throw at me, anything that you put me through. I'll take it on. And as for weaknesses, man, it was nutrition. So like a
Yeah.
weakness of mine was definitely nutrition. Sometimes, unfortunately, I don't get the opportunity to train as much on certain days because of like, work and stuff, my regular 9 to 5. And then in the ring and things like that, uh, I wouldn't say I'm terrible at it, but pressure fighters, they're just a little bit more annoying to deal with than
Mhm.
than others are. And I've struggled with them in the past, but I'm getting better at it now.
Yeah. I mean, I've only seen you fight a couple times, but I've noticed something similar to that, but that's kind of how it goes. If you're an intelligent boxer and you're trying to adapt, then like a lot of that shit is like reading the other person, which means that you're not being that aggressive because you're trying to look at what they're doing, right? But I be
Yeah.
thinking that sometimes. I'm like, bro, this dude could finish this dude off right now. Like step on the gas, bro. But that's just how it goes. But that's good though. It's good that you can recognize like what would be your downfall. Because obviously as you step up in competition, those pressure fighters are becoming, or they're gonna become pressure fighters that are also more skilled too. So that's gonna be a tough challenge as you step up. Speaking of which, is this next fight a step up, or is it similar to someone that you fought before? And if it's not, when
Um,
do you think you're gonna step up? Maybe.
Honestly, I don't really have an answer for that question at the moment because um, I, it's been what, maybe a week and a half since the promoters have contacted me to get me on this card.
Mm.
So I'm sure that they're still searching for an opponent at the current moment. But when I do have more info on that, I'll definitely give you an update. And as for stepping up, right now I'm 4-0. And I'm actually about to sign a promotional deal with this company called Viking Fight Promotions. It's the promotional company that I've been with for the last 2 fights.
Yeah.
They want to sign me to a 4 to 5 fight deal, keep me real active this year into like early next. So I'm gonna say once I start hitting like 10, 12, like 15-0, that I'm gonna definitely start, stepping on that gas and starting to try and get those big name fights.
No, that's a good path. I think that's a good yeah, that's a good path. Yeah, obviously you don't want to do it like too early before you're ready, but you also don't want to like stack your shit, have like a 40-0 record and you haven't really fought no one, because that's when you get like exposed for real. So
Yeah, unfortunately, man, that happens more than people care to admit. But that just like everything in boxing is a learning thing. You have to test yourself. Boxing is like anything in life, man. Like if you don't know what your limits are and you don't know exactly where your skill level is because you're fighting guys that are that you're so much more superior, then how are you going to know that you're ready for that big fight? So I'm not the type of person that I'm looking to continue to fight, these step over fights. I'm looking to get my maybe 10-0 and then like let's get after it, man. Let's go.
I respect it. So what's your future plans in boxing, like big picture? And be honest, bro, because everyone's like, oh, I want to be the greatest of all time. I want to be undisputed, but like that's not in the cards for everybody. Sometimes people are really not even thinking about getting that. They just think that's like the political answer to give. What do you want to get out of boxing? How far do you want to get? What do you want it to give you?
Honestly, I want to be able to get as far as I can healthily. There's a lot of people that go around saying like, man, I'll die over this shit. I'll die in that ring, and man, that's ridiculous, bro. Like, I got 2 children, bro, that need me. So my goal in boxing is to be successful enough in this game to, God willing, get a few big titles and be able to pass on my wealth to my kids when it's my time to go, man. That's what I want to box for, so that hopefully my son doesn't have to box, like um that's really what it is. God willing, in the future, man, a big name title, one of the top 5 titles, and then passing on generational wealth.
Nah, that's real. That's real, bro. All right, just maybe one or two more questions and we'll close this up. I want to know like what does boxing do for you? Because I know you just talked about how boxing is just like life, right? You got to take steps up, you got to challenge yourself. You always want to take a step forward. I feel the same way about pretty much everything I do. So I just want to kind of know, what does boxing mean to you? And like what does it do for you as a person? And I want to know if you recommend that other people box or try it out or train for it or whatever.
Yeah, man. So, when people ask this question, it's like a political question, kind of, right? Because a lot of these dudes are programmed to give this political answer of, yo, boxing saved my life. If it wasn't for boxing, I'd be in jail or dead. And that's just not my case.
Yeah.
I had a good upbringing, man. Thank God, bro. I had two really good parents in my life. I did get bullied growing up as a kid, which is what actually got me into boxing. And I had a lot of just anger, man. Like a lot of anger built up in my heart, dude. And boxing was kind of like my outlet. I joined the gym. I started taking it super serious. 17, I was lost. I didn't know what I was gonna do after high school, and I just kind of was like, "Fuck it, man! I'm gonna start boxing, and I'm gonna take it serious." And so like it saved me, but not in the sense of how everybody else tries to make it seem. It saved me in the sense like it kind of keeps me leveled. You know what I mean? There are times where, due to the army, man, I haven't been able to be in the gym for like a month, 2 months, and I get really depressed, dude. Like I don't know the science behind it. I can't explain it, but I get agitated very easily. I get depressed, man, and not only does it affect me psychologically, but it also affects me physically, man. Because you could see, like, I'll get all out of shape, man. It's just terrible. So boxing keeps me leveled, man. It keeps me calm, and it just genuinely, man, it makes me happy, bro. Like being in a boxing gym, being in the ring around my teammates, around my coach. Shout out Coach Khalil, Ambition Boxing Academy here in Fayetteville. Just makes me happy, man. Like, and I can't ask for nothing else. And that's for the second part of the question is, do I recommend boxing to people? Absolutely. Not just to people who, are dealing with depression and anger, anxiety, stuff like that, but just for people that, like, to learn how to defend themselves. You know what I mean? It's always good to have something to fall back on so that you know how to defend yourself and your family and the people around you, because you never know when something could happen outside in the real world, man, and you got to be prepared at all times because the world is unforgiving. You know what I mean?
100%, bro. I agree 100%. And I always tell people too, like, I pretty much say everything that you just said, but also like you kind of don't know who you are until you get like punched in the face, and it's like, how would I react after something like this happens? Like, because everyone says like, oh, if this dude would have did this to me, I would have blah blah blah. But when you get cracked, bro, all of that shit is different, bro. It's totally
all that
different.
shit goes out the window, man. Everybody, all these fucking guys that watch UFC and top rank on fucking Saturdays, they come and they're internet experts. That's what I call them, man. Actually, I got into an argument with a dude today trying to be an internet expert with me, and I'm like, bro, you've never even stepped into the fucking ring. So everything that you're giving me is just a hypothetical, dude. Like, you have no idea what it's like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yo, boxing has taken me to some fucking dark places in there, man, where I've had a couple spars where I'm getting my shit pushed in, and I'm just like, holy fuck, like, is this what I want to do? Like, it's taking you to some dark places, and it's just like you said, man. You find out a lot about yourself, and you kind of start figuring out who you are. You know what I mean? So, not just boxing, man. Combat sports in general. Thank God for them.
Facts, 100%, bro. All right, before we get off of here, bro, tell people where they can reach you at on social media, and say anything else you want to say to the people before we get off.
Yeah, on social media, man. On Instagram, y'all can find me at Sniper Cos, and on Twitter, it's just _ Cosme, COSMEEE. As for Facebook, it's just Stephen A. Cosme is my name. And yeah, man, I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on your platform, man, and kind of tell my story a little bit and let your viewership get to know me. And I hope you guys tune in July 29th here at the National Guard Armory in Fayetteville, North Carolina, 3555 Owen Drive, man. General admission tickets, $50. VIP is $125. If you guys are in the area, man, come check me out. And if not, I'll shoot y'all the pay-per-view link. Yeah,
if you're in North Carolina and you watching this, you better go watch the fight. And if you're not in North Carolina, July 29th, I'm going to post the link and we're going to all watch it together. So,
yes, sir.
All right, bro. I appreciate you for coming on. I'm about to get off of here and go handle some stuff in real life. So I will holler at you at another time, bro. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, my brother. I appreciate you too, man.
All right. Ciao.